I just wanted to make a couple remarks here after listening to, this room full of wonderful people committed to housing and stopping homelessness. And I know we all share the same goals. But I want to point out that we also all support the new investments in the RAFT program. The RAFT program was designed in the conference room at Mass Law Reform Institute. We made up the name in the conference room of Mass Law Reform Institute when we first designed that program. And we advocated this year for increased resources for that homelessness prevention program. But that's what it is. It's a homelessness prevention program. It is not primarily a mechanism with $4,000 for an entire year to house a family that is already homeless. Yes, there may be a few people, who maybe those who have gotten a subsidy, who then can use those monies for moving expenses, etc. But it's not a housing program. It's a homelessness prevention program, and we support that. And we support the new funding for MRVPs. We're going to create 400 to 500 new MRVPs. We all advocated for that this year. But we should also be very aware, we keep tossing around the term housing first. This is not housing first for these families who are being cut out of the shelter system. None of those MRVPs are going to them. Instead, they just have the promise of this RAFT program that they may or may not get, but is not designed for people in their circumstances. And it certainly is not turning around benefits quickly enough to stop people from having to sleep in places not meant for human habitation. So what I would ask for those who are here to testify about in favor of these reforms, what we're saying is, why can't we all work together to support funding for RAFT and for MRVP and for public housing operating subsidies, but say no to funding that by leaving these children sleeping out on the streets or in cars or even imminently at risk of that. And that is where the difference of opinion is. And we need the range of services. But to say that we're going to pay for these really modest investments by cutting off access to emergency shelter is, for the reasons you've heard today from these families, and we hear from them every single day, it's barbaric. And we ask you to revisit this, because we do believe that this is not what you intended. And we ask you to show that by revising these regulations, please.
Thank you.